JoJo has fun. We have a nice bank of Space Quest. Hi. Hello. Hi.
Oh boy.
As you notice, I've made it back to the arcade. It was rough. These three symbols, and then more.
And then some other stuff.
JoJo's been poring over like guides for this game, like some ancient tomb, and he's like Indiana Jones' dad trying to find the Holy Grail.
I'm doing that thing where I scratch my face, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to run from the low pixel boulder.
Oh, man. That's weird. I don't like the way the hand moves and looks in this. It's like a hand on a stick that somebody else is moving.
I'm the hand.
Don't do that.
Put me up your butt.
Is that is it Thing from the Addams Family?
It is.
No.
The I and then the left backwards G.
Why is that? That looks like a...
Left back I.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this word anymore.
Nope.
I.
If you have to ask that question, the answer is probably no.
I
It's
left
just-
left backwards
Use
G.
your best.
No,
Sexism.
use my judgment. Don't use your best judgment. Your judgment cannot be trusted.
Joe...
The only thing I expect you to say is like, that's a great point.
Joe, I would rather die. But
Man, where? Hang on. What does that look like? It looks like a house with a car under it. Okay.
Wait, what is that? A
Find
paper?
the house with the car under it. There it
Okay.
is.
I can
Okay.
barely see any of those.
no, they're not shapes
We
to
gotta
me. They're
ramp
just,
up the contrast or something.
T.
I can't even see. I don't even know how you're looking at that and
no,
seeing.
I don't either.
Actually, it's more visible on the monitor.
Yeah. I should be looking there.
Yeah.
I'm traveling through time.
time is so colorful.
It really is. This is Space West.
This is the Roy G. Bivness up in space.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
I did not get all the items I needed from there, but happens.
Do you need to have all the items there to win?
I needed there's a plug I need, and then there's the,
This is quite a new landscape.
yeah.
This is a little bit lower. Oh,
This is a little Star
I'm in
Wars.
Space Quest 1.
oh, so that's why it looks old timey.
Uh-huh.
That's cute. This is a good idea for a game.
I know. I really like it.
This
like,
is where they farm
Squan.
sand.
This is where you get the sand from, Danielle. All sand comes from this game.
Yeah.
Sand farm.
Yeah, sand farm. We could start a sand farm.
Good.
Good.
Yeah. Oh,
Why
this is
haven't we?
The
We should.
bar. Will bars ever be called something else?
Speakeasies.
Well, they have been at some point, but
Speak difficulties.
bars seems to be like this. Oh, it's the Booze Brothers. I know,
The
but I'm
old
just
bar
thinking,
is still here. The smell of corroding ale sticks up the place. The aroma leads you to vividly remember your previous visit here. You break out in a cold sweat.
Oh, the Blues Brothers. That's
Ah,
nice.
they're on a mission from God.
like,
They
I wonder
sure
if
are.
anyone's ever going to try and take like a bar and just think of a fancy new word for it. If that'll like, take over someday.
Well, looky here. If it ain't Mr. Look at Me, I'm in VGA.
Eh.
What's the matter? Monochrome not good enough for you? What's this? 256 colors all for one little bitmapped wimp? What a waste of VGA.
Ooh, I got
Hey,
one.
fellers, I bet I could toss them all the way out from the bottom of the stairs. Bet you an ale.
Ow.
Call it an alcohol palace, like they used to.
Knock it over. Classic.
Like they used to have gin palaces,
I want to go to a gin palace.
right?
A whiskey
Welcome
palace.
to my alcohol
Whiskey
palace.
palace sounds like a tight place to go.
Welcome to my
It
whiskey
does.
palace.
Can I invite you into my whiskey parlor here in the Whiskey Palace?
Well, please.
Do you want to ask me
I
twice?
dare say you could.
Yeah.
Boy, that was close. How come their bikes can go through the force field? All right,
Magic
so
bikes.
so now I've made this dangerous.
Sweet.
Danger. And the reason why is now they can hunt me.
Sweet.
Ruh-roh.
I have a question for both of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
Dang it.
that was
I
tight.
moved it at the wrong time.
That was good. I
Okay,
like that. It was just let's see what happens this time.
Slow motion.
You hear a high-pitched whine.
Maybe you should move.
Maybe. Good job. You did it.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna. It's a question from Am I the Asshole? But I don't want to go into the actual question. I'm gonna posit you a scenario.
Ooh, please.
This person is asking if they're an asshole for throwing their dad a second funeral.
Well, how
I
could
don't
you...
think their dad appreciated the first one.
Can you? I'm just thinking like a second. I'm like, oh, there's first breakfast and there's brunch and then there's second
like the
breakfast
first
and
funeral
lunch.
was so much fun. Let's do it again.
I tried to think of a thing that could happen where you would have a funeral for somebody and then it goes so poorly that you're just like, we got to do over.
Or so good.
Exactly. You have such a bomb funeral with like bounce houses and
You're trying to like recreate a great moment in time, and you just realize that you'll never live up to that first funeral.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're always chasing that funeral high. Because the key to making a great funeral is that it's really a party for you.
Exactly.
It's party
not,
for you and your fun. It's
the person
about
who's dead is
yeah,
dead.
Wait,
it's about them, but it's
for you.
So wait a minute. I'm just curious then. If you have a second funeral, do you have to re-dig the corpse up and then bring
And
it
then-
back out?
I would. I think that's
Have
only
another
right.
viewing period. I think
Whatever
that's
state
important.
they're in, you dig them up, and they're yours again.
Also, how else are you going to do the treasure hunt if you
The-
can't hide the treasure in the corpse?
The necessary treasure hunt.
Yeah.
The completely, absolutely necessary treasure hunt
That's
that you
what
must
made
have.
this funeral so baller.
Look, I know that we've all three discussed our geocaching idea for funerals and parlors,
I'd love to start geocaching.
but
That'd be
I
fun.
just
brilliant. God damn it, it's brilliant.
I'm just thinking that maybe we should have taken care of placing the treasure in the coffin at the first funeral.
I think you're right.
And going to the second funeral seems kind of cheap on our part.
Oh,
it
we
feels like we're
gotta
trying to milk this
mix it
family.
up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, like, I'm just thinking, what if I was able as a ghost,
Can we just have an anonymous second corpse?
anonymous, a Stanton corpse?
Yeah.
Standing corpse.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. You're gonna call down to the local business
Corpse area.
Yeah, the corpse area. You know where they have like
The corpseatorium, as I call it.
They have it's the same place that gets the college kids who dress up as like Elsa from Frozen, but they can
Yeah.
also go out and be a corpse that
They
looks
dress
kind
up
of
as corpses.
kind of like your dad. But if you want to have like a cool themed corpse, like a zombie-looking corpse, they can
Ooh, I
pull
would
that off
love that.
too.
I would
That'd be
love
fun.
that.
Yeah, and then also they can play the part. So if you really want to finally have that heart-to-heart with your dad, even though he's dead
Oh.
now, you can.
They can play act with you.
they can enact that whole scene with you at the funeral.
So what makes this funeral so great is the improv.
Yes, really, it's just about.
Okay. So you're telling me that, from what I'm understanding here, a corpse is a great,
A great improv partner.
good for the
So
yes
good.
ending,
Yes.
down for any bit.
Because they
Yeah.
can't say no.
They can't. They are ghosts.
By
I'm sorry, corpses.
By definition, all corpses have to yes and.
It's just
I
by
believe
default.
that's 1,000,000% true.
I've never had a corpse argue with me.
I'm just trying to think of
I
like,
haven't either, as a matter of fact. I haven't either.
See?
I'm just imagining like having a funeral for a dear old dad, and then like after the funeral's done, we're all like commiserating, and we're at the post-funeral party.
We
Thank
would
God he's
commiserate
dead.
Yeah.
there. That is true.
Thank God.
A week later, though, after all is said and done, we find out that unfortunately there are some key members that did not make it to that first funeral.
Oh,
So
no.
then we have to put on a mock funeral, a second
Yeah.
funeral for old Aunt Elma.
Maybe old Aunt Elma was like in Tahiti.
Yeah. Oh, we thought Aunt Elma had also died, and she was actually
But
alive.
she was just out of town.
Yeah, she was just out of town. We thought that actually in the train crash that actually killed dear old dad, we thought Aunt Elma was also there, but
But
unfortunately,
she had skipped out on his ass and gone to Tahiti.
Because she knew that the
Don't trust
funeral
trains.
was going to only be, there was going to be a funeral do-over.
yeah.
Exactly. She
And-
knows.
And you know what? The first funeral, it's like Star Wars.
It is.
The first Star
Sure.
Wars is it's a pretty good movie.
Right.
But you learn from the mistakes and you learn from what you experience on set making that film. And when you make that second Star Wars movie,
I
The
think-
Empire Strikes Back,
The squeakquel.
this it could or
Wait, I thought the second Star Wars movie was Attack of the Clones.
It's
Daniel,
Is it not?
It you know what? In your head canon, it is.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you a bad person.
it's true.
Fact.
That's what
But-
makes you an internationally wanted criminal.
I wonder just like if people really get into planning funerals because they realize that every time they get to create like a little mini fantasy for somebody who really enjoys going to funerals.
Yeah, I don't think we give enough credit to the joy of a funeral.
Yeah.
The party atmosphere.
The finality of it.
The beautiful je ne sais quoi of human existence.
You get to create so many themed dishes
Oh my
for
God.
a funeral that you couldn't use in other places.
Okay, but here's the thing. I want my funeral to be, everything has to be super macabre. So like the food should all be like nasty, like body part cake and
But still good to eat?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're thinking about Cake Wars, and you're thinking about like those themed shows where they have to like.
where they're like build a corpse out of a cake.
So basically, you want your funeral to be the Halloween episode of a cooking show.
That
why
makes
don't
sense.
we make a cake corpse and that'll be our stand-in?
You get to eat dear old dad and finally
That's
live
the
out
end
that
of the
fantasy.
treasure hunt
Yeah.
is you eat the corpse.
It's kind of I'm sure that there's some cultural relevance because when you imbibe that when you
Right.
you finally come to terms with that you're a part of your dad, but now your
Yes.
dad is always been and is now through the magic
Through
of
the
cake
magic of love
Yes.
and cake and,
and
love
cake and pain.
that you can finally forgive him
yes.
by eating him.
Yes. Closure.
Closure through cake.
Yes.
Thanks all for coming to my TED Talk on closure through cake.
I'm Cake Boss.
I would respect Cake Boss much more if he used his cake powers to
For
help
good.
people
Yeah.
find closure.
Yeah, you're right. More corpses, less.
What's the worst food to serve at a funeral?
Oh man, jerky. By far, jerky.
If it was
I think jerky's a pretty high up.
You
there
mean if they
contender.
died by burns? What? Like just in general?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, old flesh.
Old looking flesh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
old-
some
old
dried
skin.
salted flesh.
Yeah, like what if you served like some salted pork?
Yeah. Anything that's like a meat. Maybe meat shouldn't be something served.
I would
Definitely-
think that'd be a bad idea. Yeah.
maybe not like roast a whole pig because you know
Maybe not roast a whole pig. Maybe.
too human like.
Yeah. Too much like dear old Dag. This pig on a spit.
Yeah, exactly. Like brings back too many memories.
I'm just like, Dad died getting spit roasted too. And then I start crying at the funeral. Then we have to have a second funeral. No
because
pig this
you
time.
ruined the first one.
Yeah, you knew that Dad died being spit roasted by two dudes, and I can't deal with that imagery right now. But this
And
pig
you
is delicious.
did it anyway.
You did it anyway. And Elma, you son of a bitch.
I knew you can't trust her.
No,
She's
planned.
gonna go for the pig every time.
Aunt Elma is the glass of this scenario where she caused a train wreck which caused Dad to die. But unfortunately,
Yes.
unlike Bruce Willis, he was not a superhero.
He was not.
He
Nope.
could not withstand the force of that train crashing.
It was very unfortunate.
Sorry, I spoiled the plot of Unbreakable for everybody who hadn't watched it in 20 years.
You definitely did that. Definitely. I curse you for doing so.
Jojo, I'm not sure what you're doing.
So. Oh no, this is bad. I have to reload it.
Okay.
So okay,
So
here's
you need to have
what's going on.
a second funeral of sorts for
Yeah.
yourself.
So
Yeah.
what's happening is I need to spin these so they're all standing straight up, and
You have to walk through them.
yeah, and that was a mistake. So now I'm back to the future and I can do it correctly.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All
now
I
you
looked
know-
it up because it's one of those things where it's like you have to adjust the angle just right, and yeah, there was no way I was going to get that correct.
Isn't it just like the right numbers in the right order, or is it
yeah,
not
it
so
is,
simple?
but there's so much trial and error involved that it's like not even fun. So I
Sounds
popped
like
this
writing
open.
Code.
What?
That sounds like writing code.
I know.
Danielle's been writing a lot of code. She got a robot to open up Instagram and log in
Mm.
and hack everybody on Instagram.
Doesn't sound legal.
Yeah, no, it's okay because I only got it to open Instagram. So
And hack everybody?
the planet.
I believe you hacked the planet.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Like
sure I
Watch
did.
Dogs 2.
Yeah.
Hi, Professor. I know this is typing 101. How do I hack the planet?
God damn it, George.
How long until we get to the part of this class where we get to hack the planet?
George, I would sooner kick your entire. Never mind. Not
I
gonna-
wanted to hack the planet when I was a young man in my
Oh
early
man,
teens.
we all want to hack the planet.
Yeah,
if I could hack the planet right now, I would do it.
First steps to hacking the planet, rollerblade.
Yes.
Second steps to hacking the planet, live in New York.
Third step, definitely have like a trench coat,
Yeah, fourth step, wear sunglasses, but sometimes when you're hacking the planet from the inside of your room.
and especially at
sense.
night.
Especially at night when you're hacking. Fifth step, only hack at night.
Yeah, but they have to be like the mirrored sunglasses.
Yeah, they can't just be like regular sunglasses for like running or anything.
No.
Yeah, they have to see the reflection in the camera when I'm filming you hacking the planet.
Damn right you do.
Sixth step, you have to like make friends with Angelina Jolie or potentially Johnny Lee Miller in order to hack the planet.
What if you make friends with that guy?
Matthew Lillard.
No.
Uh,
The Mr. Robot.
Danielle, he's
M Robot?
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
oh,
You
Danielle. I feel like Mr. Robot. I don't know how much hacking of the planets that he does.
He hacks a lot.
Are you kidding me?
I haven't watched it.
He could hack
All the planet.
Matthew Lillard under the rug.
Oh, Danielle, no. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I said it. You heard it. You know.
I did hear it. That
Look,
is true.
I don't want to live on a hacked planet where Matthew Lillard gets overhacked by some hacker called Mr. Robot.
Well, welcome
Matthew
to the dark
Lillard will not
timeline.
take this.
I don't want to live on a hacked planet where Matthew Lillard gets hacked.
Matthew Lillard! Why are you hacked?
Did you hear what happened to Matthew Lillard?
He got
Got
hacked.
hacked.
Hacked hard.
Oh, hacked
Where-
under the rug, I heard.
Where'd they hack him at? Where was he at? Shopping mall.
Under the
Shopping
rug.
mall is where he got hacked.
Got hacked at the shopping mall.
They hacked him right into Claire's and pierced
He
his
was,
ears.
he was walking by Claire's, got hacked directly into the
Yep,
Claire's.
just like tractor beam.
Came out with both ears pierced and hacked.
And a little bit of a almost Prince Albert.
Fact.
What's an almost Prince Albert?
You don't want to know.
And
Joe is correct.
somebody who's watching this right now is just like, what's a Prince Albert? And they're Googling it, and they're going to wish they didn't.
Well, that's what happens when you Google things that we say on this show.
Yeah, don't. That's my job, and I do it in my private mode on my phone, and I regret it every time.
And we're definitely still on a government watch list.
Yeah, 100%. The Prince Albert of government watch lists, correct. I remember hearing about that Prince Albert, but wasn't there a thing like a Prince Albert in a can?
In a
Did it.
can.
You did it. Good job.
Nice job. In a can?
Wasn't that a thing? Prince Albert in a can?
Yeah, that was a thing. Like it was a flower, I think.
Yeah, that's like a joke, a prank you would
Do
call.
you have a Prince Albert in a can?
Is your
You
refrigerator-
better let him out.
Yeah, is your refrigerator running? You better let it out.
Okay,
That one didn't work.
I need that type of plug. So I will take a picture.
JoJo's CSIing this so hard.
Gotta go.
How much game is left?
Not too much.
Oh.
Now that I've made it inside, there's like 2 more things I have to do. First one is get a plug
Mm-hmm.
and then beat the bad guy. It's not a long game.
With the plug?
No.
Do you use the plug in his butt?
No,
Yeah.
Well, no. Let me. I gotta pop back to the mall.
Let's all go to the mall.
Let's go to the mall. It is 92.
Whee!
I remember going to the mall like every weekend when I was a kid.
I lived next to the malls in Stockton when I was like 18 to 22.
That sounds dangerous.
I worked across the street from the malls and I lived 3 blocks from the malls. The malls were across the street from where I went to school, and the place I worked was next to the school. So
you had a pretty much an orbit, mall.
I lived in
Mall town.
in the mall solar system.
USA
Yes.
mall.
Yeah.
I orbited it daily.
I could see that.
And there's always one. If your town has 2 malls, one is definitely called the bad mall.
Yeah, we live in a
yeah,
town
yeah.
with 3 malls.
Oh, what was the 3rd mall called?
Galleria.
Oh.
Okay, what did the kids call it?
The Galleria.
Okay, which one was the good mall?
The Galleria.
Okay, what were the other
Okay.
2?
The Arden.
The
Fair.
Sunrise and the
And
Arden?
the Sunrise.
Okay.
Yeah. The Sunrise is the mall you go to exchange your children if you're a
Yeah,
divorced
No,
couple.
the Sunrise is like.
It also
not
had a
even-
discount movie theater.
The Sunrise has, even though there might be, for some reason, the Sunrise Mall, when you go to it, there are 8 million people inside the Gottschalks, but there are 0 cars in the parking lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really weird.
That's where ghosts come from.
Yeah, I'm just like, is this where people born? Like,
Yeah.
like this is where the factories are at that create people
Yeah.
because we can no longer do it due to radiation.
This is where
They just spawn in the Gottschalks fully formed.
they get shipped in as mannequins,
Oh man.
and then they activate.
Well, it was at the Mervyn's, but then Mervyn's went
Yeah.
bankrupt. So
My God, I forgot Mervin's, and I was
Mervyn's.
glad.
Sweet Mervyn.
Many a day I spent like unable to survive Mervin's.
Oh,
I had my best friend
This
from
is
like my
from
early
Mervyn's.
20s. Is that from Mervyn's?
Yeah, this-
Daniel's pointed to
my
a quilt. I think I got some school clothes from Mervyn's on occasion. But yeah, I remember my best friend at that age worked at Mervyn's, and I mean like things weren't great for us at that point anyways. Like we were in our 20s though, so things weren't that bad. The only bad thing in his whole life was working at Mervyn's.
that's yeah.
And thank God it closed eventually. Sorry, Mervyn's. I know that probably lost a lot of people some jobs, but you were a bad
it
store.
definitely did.
I liked Mervyn's.
I've never enjoyed Mervyn's. Not after what it did at my second funeral.
Not
What did it
after. Not after.
Yeah,
what it
I
did
thought
to
going
my-
to the first one was fine, but the
Yeah.
second one was not.
Who
good.
invited Mervyn's here? You're out of the will.
Unacceptable.
You've been closed for years,
Like,
Mervyn's.
Great. Now I have to have a 3rd funeral.
God,
Thanks.
can somebody not invite Mervyn's to my 3rd funeral?
Seriously, I
Never
said
invite
don't.
Mervin's.
I said no.
I mean, Mervin's going into a Mervin's is kind of like being at a funeral.
So, I agree with that.
You go there to get funeral clothes.
You know, they have essentially a version of that still in the South.
What's it called?
Peebles.
Peebles.
It's called Peebles.
Peebles.
Like Mario Van.
Peebles, like the character from Mass Effect 4 Andromeda.
Sure, why not? Yes.
Okay.
Dang it.
And it is definitely just like, what's the word?
Is it
I'm
like
looking
Kohl's
for?
now?
It's worse than
Kohl's is like new Mervin's to me.
Yeah, but Peebles is like Kohl's on a real bad day.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Joe, what are you doing?
I think I'm in trouble. Hang on.
We're up to 20 minutes almost.
That's
so.
fine. I think I might have to fix something. Let me
Oh,
see here.
dear.
Space Quest 4.
Are you going to have to hack it?
Maybe.
Planet?
Space
Cheat?
Quest 4
Cheat it?
clothing store closed.
Why are you not open?
Hey!
Why are you closed?
Open up!
The ladies are still dancing. Do they not think to go home?
Free them!
Free them. Break the glass. This is like a pet store for people.
Yeah. Liberate them.
That was where I went at the mall if they had one.
the pet store?
The pet store.
Oh, God, I
They'd
know.
occasionally have dogs and cats, and now in retrospect, I know it was the 90s. I don't know where those dogs and cats went afterwards.
That sounds pretty dark.
They
Like,
probably went to the
honest.
spaghetti factory
oh
in
no.
heaven.
They were like, we lost all the dogs, but we got a spaghetti factory.
Go figure.
Did they go home with somebody?
Uh-oh.
No, cats.
Because I left the mall, the store is closed, and now I'm stuck.
Oh, shit.
No.
Yeah, I actually cannot advance anymore.
Oops.
That's fine. I
Big
guess
oops.
next time we play this, I'll have fixed this problem.
That's weird. The game has like a fucking shut off like this.
This game, look, they really made you feel like you got your money's worth with the amount of times you have to backtrack
Yeah.
and screw up.
Yeah.
And Space Quest 4 is incredibly brutal in that way. So, yeah.
No mercy.
Yeah, so
mercy.
I'm wondering what we're going to have to do. Probably
Just go
fix
back
it.
to an earlier save.
Pretty much, yeah. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Gotta go back in time.
Yeah, this is good because it is the Space Quest 4 time game.
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah, good job. Well done. Stop. No, don't stream.